This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, Vigilante Nation, welcome to Daytona International Speedway for the summer night race here at the World Center of Racing. This is round 8 of the VRL Premiere Series. My name is Alan Vaught, along with Ricky Wittenberg in the booth. We're bringing you all the excitement and racing action tonight. And we're going to get you started first off with some session details. All right, folks, tonight's race is 85 laps. That's about 213 miles. The fuel limit is 70%. Your drivers have unlimited tire sets over the wall. Fuel window is about 22 laps. And they don't have any fast repairs for this race, and their incident limit is 25 and 6. If we do need it, we will have one green-white checker. That's overtime opportunity here at the end of the race. Now, right now, the championship, 8 rounds into this, we're only got about, including tonight, 5 races left until we start the playoffs. Only 5 races, including tonight. And your championship leader right now is the 89 truck of Craig Goodenough at 183 points. He's closely followed by the 51 of Dylan Bryan at 180. Chris Goins in third at 178. Tim Pope in fourth at 175. And Josh Bittner at 84 truck at 164. It's really tight in your top 5 here, really, and even more so between the top 3 to 4 drivers here. So it's going to be a tremendous race to see who gets the regular season championship and those all-important 15 bonus points heading into the playoffs. With that, we're also going to get you into the main session here, and we're going to check the weather. All right, tonight's quite cool, everybody. The weather, actual ambient temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The track temp's only 71. That may go up a little bit during the race, as the trucks get around here and put some heat to the track. Humidity level is at 95%. The winds are pretty strong here tonight, 12 to 14 miles per hour of variable directions, and we're under mostly cloudy skies. We do have 9, maybe 10 onboard cameras for you tonight for your favorite driver. We have the 085 of Greg Dobson, the 01 of Kelly Kill, the 023 of Scott Roney, the 10 truck of Andrew Cawthon, 68 of Dustin Wade, the 21 of Derek Welch, the 38 of Chris Goins, 13 Andy Player, the 16 of Kyle Vaught, and we may or may not have the 51 truck of Dylan Bryant. He had some issues with his camera earlier, so we'll see if he gets back in here. And with that, Ricky, are you ready for some virtual super speedway racing here at the World Center of Racing?
Oh yeah, Daytona is awesome to watch. Not as awesome to participate in, but Should be a good race. I mean, we've got so many guys that are good plate track drivers, and the field's already so tight anyway. I'm hoping we make it to green flag pit stops and it kind of plays out and we can see if they can bust up into a couple of groups. And I think with only one faster pair, you know, people are going to be very careful the first half of the race. So I would expect maybe to make it to green flag pit stops.
Yeah, here's hoping that we do. If we do get some green flag pit stops, it might break up the field a little bit. But these guys have been so good lately that, like you see in real life, even with those, you know, smaller packs, they tend to catch back up with each other within a few laps of the last pit stops. And right now we are watching qualifying, folks, and that's what you're seeing on your screen. That will end in about any time now, actually, because they started at about 10 minutes till. So I don't know if Gallagher's actually going to get out there and turn a lap or not. We are caught up, so we'll make sure that we're ready to give you your starting grid as soon as it's available. Right now, Mike Adamson's appears to be holding the top spot, followed by John Schoenbachler and Jason Gaines. This question is, will that hold?
I don't know if if the weather was changing during qualifying, and I know it's only 10 minutes, but like those guys that are at the top of the charts all went out late. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not.
We'll take a quick look again at this weather graph. Seems to be holding pretty well. 13 miles per hour again, 95% humidity, 70% air temp. So it's not much different from what I was looking at when we came into the session. All right, here we go. And that is the end of qualifying. Mike Adamson was able to hold on to that top spot in pole position. John Schoenbacher in second, Jason Gaines third, Dustin Wade fourth, Andy Player fifth, Derek Welch in sixth, Albert Anderson seventh, Scott Roney eighth, Kyle Vault ninth, Dylan Bryant 10th. And I'm going to let you read through the rest. I'm getting an important notice here, Ricky. If you can read off the rest, I'd appreciate it.
All right. Chandler Paul is 11th tonight. Chris Goins 12th. Scott Milner rolling off 13th. Mike Everidge 14th. Kelly Kill 15th. George Rincon in 16th. Andrew Cawthon 17th. Jack Dixon 18th. Josh Bittner 19th. And Jonathan Osborne in 20th. Then you've got Greg Dobson 21st. Austin Paul 22nd. Deion Jones 23rd. John Gallagher 24th. And then you get to the guys that did not qualify. Tim Pope, 25th. John McAdam, 26th. Dustin Eaton, 27th. David Fight, 28th. Greg Klein, Kevin Hunt, and Tom Barish. Round out, it looks like we've got 30 trucks, 30 or 31 trucks entered here tonight. So plenty of trucks for plenty of action here at Daytona. And just to kind of go over how quick or how close the pack is tonight, Jason Gaines on the pole with a 51.484. Deion Jones was 23rd with a 51.599. So a 46 from Mike Adamson on the pole to a 59 to Deion Jones. That's only a tenth of a second between first and 23rd. And you see the field rolling off here, getting ready to take the green flag. There's one pace lap, so they'll all form up, and then we'll get this thing underway. I'm not sure how these guys are going to tackle the race tonight. I know a lot of the drivers in the league like to try to play it safe early on, especially with no faster pairs. So I would expect to see some guys try to get to the back, some guys notoriously try to run up front. They'll try to stay up there. So I would expect Albert Anderson, Mike Adamson, some of those guys to try to stay at the front. Where you don't want to be, or where I wouldn't want to be on this start, is probably that 12th to 18th area where you're kind of right in the middle and you don't know which way to go. A lot of shiny trucks out here tonight, looking good. On the overhead shot there, you see the front of the field bunched up. You've got Adamson and Schoenbachler. We call him the closer. Oh, Schoenbachler, he's opening it tonight. He's starting second, so he may try to stay up there the whole race. Dustin Wade is a notoriously good plate racer. He's starting fourth. I would expect him to run really well. And always lurking, always out there, Albert Anderson. He's going to be the fourth truck on the inside to start this race.
Hey, I'm back, Ricky. Hopefully you couldn't hear me there for a minute. I appreciate you covering.
No problem. Nope, didn't hear you.
Perfect. All right, pace truck is off and we're ready to go.
Green.
We're under green. Nice start there from Mike Adamson in that 88 truck. But Schoenbachler, the closer there, is not really letting him get away. That outside line's pretty well organized.
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty well, 2 by 2 by 2. Nobody's pushing any harder than the other, so they're going to stay side by side as we hit this backstretch.
Nice clean start here. Looks like everybody's going to mind their P's and Q's. Realizing there's no get out of jail free card here tonight. There's no fast repair in this series, and they want to make sure they're there at the end when it counts. Even the outside line there, pushed by looks like Dustin Wade in that 68 truck, is really getting a run. Oh no! Oh, that was so close as he dropped down in front of the 88 machine there on the low line. I don't think you could get any closer than that.
No, Schoenbachler got the push from Wade, and then he took the inside. Now Mike Adamson switching lanes back to the outside. Who's going to lead the first lap?
Looks like Adamson's able to pull that off. He's not content to ride behind the 12 truck. 68's showing incredible push ability here tonight already as the 88 takes the lead. Looks
he cut down. He cut down. No. Oh no.
We have our first incident, unfortunately, here just as we completed one lap of this event. We're under caution. We'll go back and get a look at this from a couple of angles, folks. Again, sorry for the delay at the beginning there, but I appreciate you covering down there, Ricky.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, see if we get an overhead shot here. That blimp cam. I mean, he had it cleared, it looked like, for a moment, but hesitated. And that's usually when it happens. If you hesitate, like right there, just hesitated for a moment. And that's what ended up happening there. The inside line got a little bit more momentum. Fortunate for the 88, he was able to drive away, but that wasn't the case for a lot of other folks here. Let's go on board with the 12 truck. Schoenbachler. He's in the first truck in that outside line right there. You see that hesitation, and then that's when it happens. And at the front of the field like that, you just end up with a junkyard.
And I'd say Schoenbachler and Derek Welch are both in a lot of trouble. I don't know about the others. They may be repairable, but those two trucks were hurt pretty bad from what I could see.
Yeah, that looked pretty rough there. Go back to our live screen here. Let's see if we can get maybe a word with Schoenbachler. Go to find his truck. He should be coming to pit lane if he's not there yet. Yeah, it's man, what a unfortunate there at the very beginning of the race. See, Schoenbachler may not be in the chat right now. It's like he's rolling okay, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have significant damage. And that arrow is really going to be painful for him to get through here. I did find him. He's in Devil Dog Racing. We'll wait and see. Let him have an opportunity to hit pit lane before we pull him in. You can see his front end looks pretty beat up there. A better look at it here. Yeah, really pushed in right there in the middle. That's going to be like just a wind net right there is going to really slow him down.
Yeah, that's pretty significant damage. And with the front end caved in like that, it will overheat. So he's got to try to get some of that damage on the front end fixed, or he's going to have overheating problems on top of everything else.
And we'll probably see him sit here for a little bit as he overshoots the pit box a little bit. Gonna take some time for him to be able to fix that up. We'll see if we can get a quick word with him. Hey, John, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, man. Unfortunate incident there. Looks like you got pretty good nose damage. How much time is on your repair clock?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Hopefully you'll be able to get that thing fixed up and get back in this. You were very fast. Just an unfortunate event there.
Yeah, I'm going back and look at it real quick. It looks like I touched Aisburn and he was coming down. Yeah, it just looked like a racing incident or one of those deals.
Yeah, man. You got anything for him, Ricky, before we let him go?
No,
No.
it's just as hard as you hit, buddy. It's a good thing you only got 2 minutes, because that looked like a 10-minute tank slapper right there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be real bad, and then it started driving. I was like, I guess I just got one of those lucky days, I guess.
Well, let's hope so, man. We appreciate
Bad
Go
start,
ahead.
though. It's a bad start for us. I didn't want to do that. I didn't
Yeah.
want to be involved in nothing. Just, I don't know.
Well, we hate it for you. We hope you get back in here and get competitive back up to the front. And we appreciate you talking to us, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you all.
Yep. All right. That was your 12 machine, the closer of Dylan Bockler. I can see his nose is already getting pushed back out, Ricky. So hopefully he's going to be in okay shape here.
Yeah, it looks like Adamson's not so fortunate. Greg Dobson reports in the YouTube chat that he is out of the race with his damage, and Dobson has 6 minutes of repairs. So a tough break for that team early on, with two of their drivers for Team Phoenix already behind the 8-ball.
In the chat there real quick, we got Taylor Provac saying, hey, great night for VRL Racing, let's go 16. And then she gives us a shout out, Ricky. Hey, Alan and Ricky. And I just want to note something for you, Ricky, for the record. She shouted us out before she shouted Lori out right after that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take being number 2.
Yeah, but hey, Taylor, I'm glad you're out there watching. I hope you enjoy the show, and when we get this thing rolling here, get a few laps under our belt under green.
Red Arnell's out in the chat cheering for player tonight, and I guess we don't have Craig Goodenough, our points leader, again this week, so must be on assignment somewhere, but he is not racing tonight. Derek Welch, I see he is disconnected, and he did have some pretty big damage, so I guess he had some irreparable damage, and he's out of the race.
Yeah, and also I failed to go over this, kind of got sidetracked at the beginning here, but we did have, just so you know, if you're looking for a favorite driver and you wonder why maybe they're towards the back, we had Jeremiah Burke, Greg Klein 92, 434 of Kevin Hunt, the 14 of Dustin Eaton, 7 of Tim Pope, and 35 of Tom Barish all had penalties tonight. Kevin Hunt, Dustin Eaton, Tim Pope, and Tom Barish all had just an EOL no qual, but Jeremiah Burke and Greg Klein had 2 penalties from last week, so they have to suffer through, and which they haven't served yet, a drive-through penalty, which may cost them a lap if we stay green. And we should get ready to see this pace truck pulling off here, folks. 5 laps are going to be in the books. We're going to start 6. We're under the control of Dustin Wade here with America's driver Anderson on that outside. He's in the box. We're back underway. He gets an incredible jump, maybe too much of a jump getting that far out there, Ricky. That could be painful, although the 99 is sticking behind him. To give him a push, don't know if he's going to be content to sit there, though.
Doesn't look like it. I believe Wade could have blocked that, but he let Albert inside him to go on around. He probably, he's going to try to tuck back in right behind. So you've got a lot of guys up here that maybe not used to racing around each other so much with some of the mix. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
You see right now you have Anderson in the lead with a 72 of Chandler Paul out there on that, leading that outside line, with Mike Everidge in the 82 truck, followed by Dion Jones in the 4. On the bottom line there, the 31 truck of Scott Milner in that Cheetos machine. Oh, bold move right there. Don't know if that was, might have been the 92. but I'm not positive. So your top 10 right now: Anderson's your leader, Dustin Wade second, Scott Miller third, Dylan Bryant in fourth at 51 machine, Kelly Kill, always strong at these plate tracks, in fifth. Jason Gaines, I think that's who we saw dip down there. He's got one of those paints that are really brightly colored. Into 83 and 6th. Chandler Paul's back to 6th now. You see that outside line start to kind of fall apart. Mike Everidge has dropped now to 8th. Eaton's in 9th, and Dion's now in 10th position. Yeah, that outside line's really not getting organized here. Looks like they're starting to break up here. Get a little bit more of an overhead shot here so you can you were talking about. We're kind of strung out, surprisingly.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They've spread out just a little bit. I think that top line just can't get organized, and they're not pushing very hard, and there's not enough trucks out there to really make it go.
Yeah, everybody's really front. I wonder if they were thinking, okay, restart. Maybe we're going to have an accident here. I want to make sure I take care of my truck. And that's kind of the result of what we're seeing here. They're not way far apart, but they're definitely not what you normally would see. Typically, at a super speedway, they'd be nose to tail, really getting after it.
Now, I know Greg Dobson could not have got all 6 minutes repaired, and he is out there at the back of the pack, so he's hanging on. So whatever repairs he was able to make is at least keeping him in the draft.
Yeah, and Greg is one of our onboard drivers here tonight, so we'll see if we can get a look at him. He's one of our drivers that likes the close-up cam. As you can see there, down into his left-hand side. But yeah, you mentioned he's able to keep that machine at least in the draft, and that's the important part, so he doesn't fall a lap down. Maybe if we have additional cautions, he can go get more repairs done. You're still always at the potential, rather, to be able to get involved in another incident being right there. But if you're really on top of it and you got good brakes, you should be able to avoid it.
Yeah. This very backpack that Dobson's in, you got to be careful. It looks like Cawthon and Roney, they're pulling back up now. They got spread out there for just a second, so they've got to try to stay tight. And it's easy to lose the draft if you just lose focus for just a second.
Yeah, especially like for Dobson. He's back there with no one behind him to take the air off of his spoiler. You know, I'd rather be sitting in the 434 spot right now trying to catch back into the draft because of having a truck behind you makes it a lot easier. But if you drop back a little bit and you're the very last truck, you might find yourself in trouble.
Yeah, there's a game that you play if you're trying to hang back, and I always like to be the second or third from last car and not the last car or truck, because it seems like you sometimes can just lose the draft and you don't really know what happened.
Yeah, for sure. So while we're back here, folks, we're going to do it through the field from the rear. We're on board with one of our Canadian drivers, one of two in the field tonight, Greg Dobson. You also got Jack Dixon riding right behind Kevin Hunt, who's in 27th, up 2 spots so far. He's making a pass right now on John Gallagher, who's riding in 27th. Tim Pope, I'm sure he's being super strategic about this. He did start at the back, like I mentioned, with a penalty, racing out of Roseboro, North Carolina, currently running right where he started in the 25th position. Next up is Andrew Cawthon, running in 24th. Significant gap there. It looks like he's being cautious as well, down 7 spots from where he started, coming up in behind Chris Gomes, who
Rick
is...
up front, Chandler Paul.
There it goes, like an 84 is involved. Oh, there's secondary contact with a 3 there. Yeah, that was significant. Our second caution at lap 12. We'll go back and take a look at this.
It started with Chandler Paul and Mike Everidge. I think Chandler flipped up, and they kind of just banged together.
Oh, they're right there in the very front. Oh, is that John Schoenbachler involved again? It looked like it was. I'll get actually on board. Here we are on board with Chandler Paul. I think this happened further forward, but we'll take a look. There it goes right there. Here we go. Yep. Another hesitation and then going into the bottom line there. Is it? No, wait. I think I'm on the wrong incident here, man. Here we go. My apologies, folks. This thing moved around on me. You said this started with Chandler, though, right?
Yeah, this is it.
There it is, right there. So they're about 3 wide. He comes out from behind him there. Looks like they go 3 wide momentarily. Looks like he got spooked maybe by the bottom truck. Yep. Breathed like it took a worse damage than these guys. See if how bad Austin was. Austin took
pretty bad.
Took a bad hit right straight into the wall. Maybe blew his engine. Yeah. He didn't. That's gonna take some work to get it back into the race. And he gets hit again from behind. Yeah, they're still hitting each other and just trying to dodge and not knowing where to go. Got significant.
I think Josh Bender may have got lucky. I mean, he spun, but I don't think he hit anything too hard. Deion Jones went down through the grass. I don't think he hit anything real hard. Kevin Hunt and Austin Paul both took some pretty big shots, though.
See if we can get a word with Chandler. He's in a Goodweiser team here. Hey, Chandler's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, what happened to you from your perspective, man, from behind the wheel?
Honestly, I think my steering was a little too tight, so the truck did not want to be up there. It just was a bad situation. I tried to stay out of the way to let Mike go, and then I think I looked back at the replay and looks like a little bit of netcode got us and turned us around and caused all that. But yeah, I definitely put everybody in a bad spot there. So I should have stayed up a little bit more, but I didn't.
How much repairs time do you have?
I think right now I've already got 2 minutes done, so I'm at 11:50 right now.
11:50.
And that's all optional.
Oh, okay, that's significant.
Yeah, the steering wheel was almost a complete 180 degree while in third gear.
Oh,
so
wow.
That's as far as I could go. I was doing 60 around the whole track.
Well, here's good luck to you getting that repaired and get back in the race. Hopefully you're able to knock that out. Maybe you'll get lucky with some of these cautions.
Yeah, hopefully, or maybe I'll just be able to push a Goodweiser truck to the win. Who knows?
All right, buddy. Well, appreciate you talking to us, and good luck on those repairs.
All right, thank you.
Yep. I mean, that's a lot, Ricky. I don't know. That's gonna be tough to get back in there.
Yeah. When you get over 10 minutes, you got significant repairs. I think he may have broke the right front toe link almost the way he hit that wall. So I guess that's where most of his damage came from. But just one of those tough breaks, and he's gonna, we've got plenty of race to go though. 85 laps, 2 or 3 more cautions. He could get a lot of that knocked out.
Yeah, then he's got to make sure that he's the only truck a lap down, right?
Yeah, and he's going to be laps down because there's no way he's going to be on pace with that much damage.
Looks like we got Mike Adamson in the chat there saying not a good night. Might be indicative of him not being in the race. If he's not, I'll take a look in a minute when we go back green, when we pull him up, talk to him for a second. Kathy A's in there saying, hey, good evening, everyone. Hi, Lori, Team Albert here. Edith Anderson in there as well. Evening, VRL. The Andersons are here in the house. Go Albert, and hello, Lori. Yeah, Mike Adamson again saying tough luck. And then Tim McAdam in there saying hang gang. Oh, excuse me, I can't read tonight, folks. Hey gang, good luck tonight. I'm a little late. That's okay. Better late than not here at all. Tim, glad to see you. If we can find Mike, I think he is sitting on pit lane there. as we get ready to go back green. So if we can get some green in here, maybe we'll pull him up and have a quick discussion with him. Yeah, the pace truck is off now. Control is over to Wade inside the restart zone.
Green flag.
He gets a nice restart again with a 51 at outside line. Not really there right now, but they're going to regroup. Anderson will get on that bumper of the 51. You see Kyle Vaught goes down into...
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I don't... It looked like unfortunate. Got maybe a little bump there. We'll take a look from behind.
Oh, I think he money shifted. Yeah, in the chat, he's saying that his shifter's messed up, and he said it went up and then it went down, but he's done. He is out of the race.
He just missed that driver. I think it was Gallagher coming off pit lane there. Wow, it's incredible. Yeah, we'll have to get a word with him. Let's see. Hey, Kyle, Sound and Ricky at Booth Buddy, you got me?
Hey, what's up?
That looked like a money shift. Is that what? Did we see that right?
No, my paddles are. It wouldn't let me downshift. Okay, so, and I learned it on the last pace lap. So I'm trying to downshift, it wouldn't let me, and so I'm messing around with them, and I realized, okay, I could let it go. I could hold the paddle down, and it would stay in that gear. So I press it down twice, and it would stay in second. The second I let go, it was going up. So I let go, and it kept going up. I just let go of it just now, and it went up to fourth. But when it started, the second gear was going up. When I'm ready to go to third, I let go of it. Instead of going up like it had been doing for the whole caution, it went down, blew my engine.
Okay, so yeah, you're completely out. You blew your engine. I hate that for you. That's 2 races. Is that 2 races in a row? Or no, you had a Watkins issue early in the race, and now this one. How did you finish last week at Richmond?
I couldn't even tell you, Pop. I don't know, man.
I thought you had a pretty good run 10. There. Yeah, I think you had a top 10 there.
I think I want to say that's when ADY was like first, and then 8, 9, 10, or second, and then 8, 9, 10. Or we had a lot of top 10 last week, I think. All
right. Well, hey, Ricky, anything for the 16?
No, just I know how it goes when mechanical things happen, man. It's not any fun. Get that shifter fixed and go get it next week at Darlington.
Yeah, I like Darlington, so I'm excited to go race out there, and hopefully. Luckily, I didn't finish last. A lot of other people already dropped out. So, I mean, it sucks for them. It's been a rough one already for a few of us. So,
well,
yeah, hope y'all are enjoying the race from up top.
Yeah, we're watching, and Osvaldo's in here pulling for you tonight, and this is what you do.
Que paso, way! That's my guy.
Well, better luck next week, and sorry to see you out so early.
That's all good.
All right, thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, thanks all.
Goodbye. All right, that was really unfortunate. He's had bad luck 2 out of the last 3 races. Hopefully he's able to recover. Maybe those will be his 2 drop weeks. This is an 18-week season, and they have 2 drop weeks for this very thing. Bad luck, or it's hard to make every race in an 18-week season with everyday life and everything. So that's why they allowed 2 drop weeks in this particular series.
Yeah, and it's a tough break when something like that happens. I mean, you get frustrated when you get wrecked by other guys or you cause a wreck, but when one of your systems go bad, if your internet drops or your shifter breaks or your steering wheel disconnects, that's almost worse. It just gut punches you because it's a mechanical problem that you had no control over at all.
Yeah, for sure. It's right now up in the lead. You have Dylan Bright in that 51 machine. Scott Milner is leading the outside line in this Cheetos machine. Dustin Wade, Jonathan Osborne round out your top 4. Albert Anderson in 5th there. George Rincon always strong at these plate tracks, along with Mike Everidge, his teammate, all up towards the front there. And Kelly Kills rounding out your top 10. I'm kind of surprised not to see Kelly further forward. We'll see if maybe he got some damage on one of those incidents, and that's the reason for that.
Yeah, he may have, but I think he may just be trying to be careful and bide his time, considering what's already happened so far in the race.
Yeah, right there. You can see out his vantage point there with triple monitor screen, so pretty immersive. In the middle of the pack, you can see that you can't see a whole lot from his perspective. A lot of bumper and spoiler, and you're really relying on those guys in front of you not to have an issue. And you try to react to it, but it's just happens so quick here. You're not able always to avoid the incident. You see the 99, the left-hand side of the screen there, jump to the lead of the outside line there. He may be about to take the lead here, folks. 31's pushing him pretty good. They're losing a little bit of organization there on that outside, so they're losing the energy for the outside liners. They're coming up on a lap truck as well. Looks like the 123. That's going to be tight. He pulls off the track for him, though. Hope he can hold it down there. It's pretty fast. Not a lot of banking to hold it down. He had to slow down. He may not be able to catch the draft if he had to slow down there. Does have a few more trucks behind him. We'll see if he's able to actually catch that, because that's what you want to do. If you're a lap truck being lapped, you want to be able to at least catch the draft, not go any more laps down, and then hope for the possibility of getting your vehicle repaired. Nobody else behind him there. He is the last truck. He may have too much damage to even keep up anyway. Looks like he's hurt. The truck is wounded.
Yeah, and I think Greg Dobson got more damage that last caution, because he's definitely off the pace now. He's halfway down the backstretch, not in the draft.
Let's see if we can go through the field here a little bit. Go on board with Dustin Wade. We have an onboard with him tonight. That 68 machine running really well. He's in third, up one spot from where he started the evening. Got a little over-the-shoulder action there. You can see how much he is pushing. Oh, and a little bit of a blink there from the 51, but he's right on the rear bumper, actually physically touching that vehicle as he's pushing him down that straightaway. And that's what you want to see. That's what you want to do if you're up there. You get off them a little bit in these turns, because you don't want to end up wrecking them, and then you can push in between the bend of the front stretch. But I wouldn't advise doing it actually through the tunnel turn there, or the trioval rather. Looks like we are cleaning up our act a little bit here right now, driving a little bit careful. Let's see when they were last on pit lane. We're looking at 13, looks like, for most people. So there's still going to be a little bit before we see pit stops. Maybe around lap 35. So another 10 laps or so. If they keep it green, should have the opportunity at green flag pit stops, which is always fun to watch, because you have to get in there and maximize the efficiency of on and off pit lane. Make sure you don't overshoot your box. And then you also need to make sure you have friends going on and off pit lane, because one truck by themselves, as you saw earlier, is not fast, and you won't have drafting help, and you end up going a lap down.
Yeah, one thing that'll help coming into the pits is we've whittled it down to like a 20 truck pack already. So we're used to having 30 to 40 trucks out there at a time, and we're already down to 20.
Let's see who's out of the event already. So I think maybe Kevin Hunt's on pit lane. Kyle Vaught is on pit lane. Greg Klein, pit lane. Mike Adamson, we discussed, is on pit lane as well. And actually, if we can, we might get a word with Mike Adamson. He's still in the chat. And he is. So while we're in the green here, let's talk to Mike. Had some hard luck this evening. Hey, Mike, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, some tough luck tonight. Why don't you walk us through the incidents you were involved in there?
Yeah, John jumped on me, got in front of me. I had the opening, went outside, tried to go around him again, and little probably misjudgment on my part. It could have went either way, but maybe I hesitated. It is what it is. It's just that Daytona luck.
Yeah, we've all done that. I noticed it when we were watching it back. I was like, oh, it might be a little hesitation there. and that I've done it. Ricky's done it. We've all done it. And I always feel like, you want to be sure, but that little hesitation or that little stutter step ends up costing me at least a few different times. Looks like it might have bit you tonight.
Yeah, it did. And like I said, I had a fast hot rod too tonight. I mean, put her on the pole, was anticipating a pretty good finish here. And yeah, we'll move on to next week. We'll get him at Darlington.
How do you think this is going to affect your championship chances?
I think I'll rebound.
Yeah, we're hoping so. We want to see you up there fighting for it. Hey, Ricky, you got anything for 88 before we let him go?
No, buddy, that's tough to see you go out so early. I know you're always one of the guys to beat on the play tracks, but I think you run pretty good at Darlington, if I remember right. So I guess you're chomping at the bit for next week.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll look at it this way. My championship hopes ain't over yet. I mean, it's we're still gonna dig in and just have to dig a little harder.
Yeah, for sure. And I like to. I don't know if everybody does. I call him the 88 machine, the Concrete Carl, because it seems like those tracks, this one, Nashville, and a couple other ones, Bristol, you're always fast. You're fast everywhere, but you just seem to really, really be fast on these concrete tracks. You got a handle on them that they fit your driving style. So we wish you the best of luck there next week, and thank you for talking to us. Absolutely. Yeah, I've already been turning some laps at Darlington, so I'm looking pretty good with some lap times on the board already. So we'll see what happens. All right, buddy. Talk to you soon. Yep. Good luck, guys. See y'all tonight or later. Yep. 88 machine. Appreciate him talking to us. He's out of the race, but he's still here pulling for Team Phoenix. He's got a few different drivers on his team. If I saw that correctly, within there you got Greg Dobson, Andrew Cawthon, and Dion Jones are part of Phoenix Racing. So I'm sure he's in there probably spotting for them, or at least cheering for them to do well tonight.
Yeah, and you got Dion and Cawthon both running in the lead pack. They're running toward the tail end, but I think they're just trying to keep their nose clean after two of their teammates have been wrecked early.
You can see they're looking at a track map. You got 23rd and 24th. That's like John Gallery and Kevin Hunt. They might actually be on the track now. Yep, there you go. So you got Kevin Hunt's back out there racing out of Danville, Virginia. He's up 5 spots from where he started, but he's a few laps down right now. And then John Gallagher's back out there as well. So those guys are continuing to try and fight here, which is great. Every point can count. We've had guys miss the playoffs by 1 point.
Amanda Wade in the chat said she almost messed up Dustin. She called him, totally forgot that he was racing. Yep. Now, if I'm racing and the phone rings, I don't answer. I do not drink, or, well, I do not answer the phone and drive. It's so dumb.
You see that the pack's coming up here on the 085 machine. See if they're able to get by safely. He looks like he's going to ride the wall, give them the bottom. And even, this track, yes, it's a super speedway, and it's very wide, and you can run 3 wide here. But it's not as I guess, comfortable, I would say, as Talladega.
No, Talladega's, I don't know, at least another 2 or 3 car widths wide than Daytona, and that makes a big difference when you're trying to especially run 3 wide or having to pass somebody 3 wide.
We'll see. I don't recall how many laps they ran under caution there, but we should start to see green flag pit stops around 35 or a few laps after, between 35 and 40. Certainly, I think we'll see some folks going into pit lane. Hopefully, they're able to do it safely, and we can see the effort and skill and talent it takes to get on and off pit lane under green. Which is there's a skill set to it, folks. You can't just come out here, especially in this league, and say, well, I'm fast on the track. That's all I need to do. It's not going to win you a race here.
No, when everybody's so close, you've got to be good at everything. You've got to be good at racing. You've got to be good at pitting. Not just coming into the pits or going out of the pits. I mean, it's trying to not speed on pit road, but go just fast enough, hit the pit box just right. It's a lot more to it than people realize.
Yeah, total package here. Towards the front here, I think we have one of the trucks that are the onboard camera. Let's watch maybe Kelly Keel go in here when he gets ready to go on pit lane from an onboard. We'll have that set up ready to show you. You hear any chatter on the radio?
No, it sounds like some of them are possibly getting ready to pit, but I've not heard anybody call it out just yet. I think they are positioning themselves to pit, though.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You see how the top line is just disintegrated. And that's because they're trying to get down low and get ready for that pit, be able to get on and off pit lane.
The 31 pulled down off the track onto the apron and is going really slow. I don't know. Not really sure what happened to him.
Lori's letting us know on the screen there, 4 pace laps under caution. So, like, and that'll make a difference. 4 pace laps is probably the equivalent of burning, what you think, 2 laps under green. So maybe it'll extend their stint here by a couple laps.
Yeah. I mean, it may even be 1 lap of green if they're cutting the truck off and coasting enough.
They're definitely getting in position, so they're thinking about it. You still got the 84 and the 7 on the outside line there, looking to make up some time in some positions because everyone's getting down. And if this works out for them, that's incredible.
Yeah, they look like they are turbocharged. Everybody else is getting ready to pit, I think, and they're just using that outside lane to their advantage. That's crazy speed they have.
That's time as well. If they're able to push all the way to the front and get nobody's going in this time, looks like. So now we're going on to lap 36. Yep, come up from the back. Nobody seems to, it's one long train here except for the 2 Lone Rangers. I guess that doesn't make sense. Lone Rangers are 2 of them. Can't be singular and plural at the same time. So 2 trucks there on the outside, trying to take advantage of the fact that everyone went single file, and it's going to work out for them. Hopefully they keep up some good speed if they stay out 1 additional lap. Only 2 trucks doing it though. I don't know. It's a little risky.
Yeah, if they get 2 or 3 other trucks to stay out with them when everybody else pits, it'll probably work out. But if they're the only 2, that's going to be tough to come back out and blend with the pack. I'll let you know when I hear them calling out pits, but everybody is very quiet right now on the phones.
Yeah, a lot of them are probably in their private team chat talking about their strategy. And make no mistake about it here, folks. It looks like, hey, just go fast and turn left, but there's a lot more arithmetic going on in the background there, and just talking about undercuts and overcuts and who can we work with. You know, some of these drivers don't have teammates around, so your friends are where you find them. We'll see how this works out in the end. But I'm glad to see green flag pit stops coming up. Hopefully we get there. The 84 getting down in line.
Drops in line. Yep.
Oh, here we go. Now Kelly stays out, but you do see these other guys hitting the pit lane there. Oh, a little squirrely. See how they're really under heavy braking there. 848. Got the 83 Jason Gaines, America's driver, and the 51 there as well. All hitting pit lane. The guys who stayed out, you're looking at Dustin Wade, Dustin Eaton, Kelly Kill. And I wouldn't imagine we're going to see them stay out much longer than this lap. Do you think?
No, they're all, at least they're all calling out that they're pitting right now that I can hear.
But they're coming out of 3 and 4 now. I'm going to go on board and see if we can watch this from the perspective of Kelly Kill in that 01 machine. He's going in. Like they all made it pretty. This is well-practiced league. They do so well on these pit stops. It doesn't mean that we don't make a mistake from time to time, but this is what you tend to see when they're really focused on what they're doing.
Dustin Eaton and John McAdam both shot through their pit box and had to back up, so I bet that's going to cost them the draft.
We will find out. You said it was Eaton?
Yeah, Eaton and John McAdam both blew their pit boxes, but Eaton is still with this group, so he recovered. I do not think McAdam's going to recover.
See McAdam right there coming off pit lane. No help. That's going to be rough. This is what you don't want. This is what just a little bit of an overshot in your pit box can do to you, folks. Now he's got no drafting help. He may get lucky and fall behind a group close enough once he gets up to speed. Got the 085 there. someone he may be able to work with and maybe not go a lap down. This is going to hurt his chances without a caution, though.
The group that pitted the lap before wins that battle because Dixon, Bittner, Gaines, Albert Anderson, they all passed the whole field.
Oh, you just saw Mike Everidge try to get out of his pit box and just got a little hard onto the gas there and did a donut. That's going to cost him a lot of time as well. George Rincon coming off pit lane. Everidge that we just saw, that's his teammate, so they were probably trying to work together. So now George is going to be on his own as well as Everidge. George may be able to get out here and catch one of these lines. We'll see if he's able to do it here. Got a few more trucks behind him there, so someone's coming up behind him to push. Looks like Tom Bear's going to go around. Yeah, if they got to get lucky here. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch back up and be in this draft. The current leaders: Albert Anderson, Jack Dixon in second, Dylan Bryant third, Josh Bittner in fourth, and Kelly Keel rounds out your top five right now. And they're all in the pack just forward of where we're looking right now.
Well, Barish and George Rincon, if George could get to him, they're still right there at the edge of being able to hang on.
Yeah, it's really close. I mean, we're on board with George right here now. I think he's outside 1 second. He's not. He's 0.65 behind Barish right there.
They're catching. They was 6 miles an hour faster going into the corner than the pack, so they're going to catch up.
So if you're watching at home, you're not familiar, this is a product of the draft, and these trucks punch a big hole. You just think about the air, almost like water. And if you think of a wake of a boat, that's what's coming off the back end of Tom Barish's truck, and George is able to go faster, at least theoretically, a little bit faster than he is in that wake, because the 35 truck is breaking the wind for him. And the broader pack actually is. And so you see Barish is already caught up there. Looks like George is losing a little bit. He's at 0.88. Going to catch some here.
He's still faster in the speed trap down the back stretch, but he can't lose any more time or he's going to be out of it.
He's looking okay here. 6'2", 6'1", under 6. Okay, I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, they're going 184. He's going 191. He'll catch him pretty quick that way.
Here he goes right here. So but he nearly, if he get outside 1 second, that's almost like the kiss of death there. You're not going to be able to get back in there. So now we'll head back up to the front, take a look at America's driver who's up here leading this race. Actually, him and Jack Dixon are trading it back and forth. You got Albert Anderson on the outside line. And that throwback Houston Oilers paint scheme, I love that. I used to watch Warren Moon play football back when I was a young man in short pants. I was a Cowboys fan, though, at the time. North Carolina did not have the Carolina Panthers, and so I grew up a Cowboys fan. Don't hate me for that, folks, please. And then, but I do remember Warren Moon before that team moved to Tennessee, in fact, and became what are they now? I don't watch a lot of NFL anymore.
Oh, they're the Titans, which I still hold a grudge against the name because they were supposed to be the Copperheads. They were going to be red and black, and they had a cool logo, and the bureaucracy in Nashville kind of shot that down.
Okay, roger that. But I do like the throwback to the Houston Oilers there. It's a good-looking scheme. Albert, no surprise to see him up here. Josh Bittner, Jack Dixon, Jason Gaines in fourth, Dylan Bryant in fifth, Kelly Keel in sixth. You know, kind of who you expect to see up there. But there's also some guys back here who are sharks. You watch out for the closer, John Schoenbachler, Jonathan Osborne in that 81 machine. Who also, by the way, folks, threw his name in the hat to be able to do green flag interviews from the cockpit of his truck. Now, well, I don't know if we get to that point, we have super long green flag runs. We do have a handful of drivers that have agreed to be able to interview them while they're under green. I don't know if I would enjoy that, Ricky, but I'm really happy that they allow that.
Yeah, it's a cool dynamic. I mean, they're talking in their team chats usually anyway, so it's not totally foreign, but it is a little different to try to do an interview while you're racing around all these guys.
Yeah, for sure. And they're keeping it clean. I mean, they all went through that green flag pit stop, and everybody came out pretty well. Let's see if we're spread out all around the track. We do have a few folks back there. It's like 19th position. Is that John McAdam? Yeah, we watched him come off pit lane, and kind of lose the draft. But he is working with the lap down truck of the 085 there of Greg Dobson. And they are making better time than if they were by themselves. So that's good. And then behind them in 20th, you got Mike Everidge. We saw him loop his truck as he tried to get off pit lane, and that's how he ended up losing the draft. Followed by Kevin Hunt there in 24th position. You can see he's only about not even a straightaway in front of the leader, so that they should be coming up on him shortly. Jack Dixon should be able to see him now. And you can see him off in the distance in the turn. See what we got in the chat. I saw somebody pop in here. Edith Anderson moving on up, Albert. Kathy A, yes, Albert. Pit Road chess match strategy from Papa Anderson there. And then Sean Tapp. His Moon is a legend up here. Yeah. I think that's the first time I've seen Sean Tapp in the chat. Hey, welcome if it is your first time. Remember, folks, if you're here and you like what you're watching, or you're pulling for these drivers, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps the channel, it helps us highlight the talent of these drivers. And then they're in here every week, every Wednesday night for this series and Friday night for the Vanquish Series. Help support that. Make some comments even after the race is over in the comments section. That top line seems to have the momentum right now.
Yeah, I was just watching them push. Kelly Kill was pushing Bryant, who was pushing Anderson, and that you've got to be really careful when you've got three trucks pushing at the same time, but they made it work.
It can be incredibly effective, but you can't have a mistake either.
No, and you have to hold the wheel very still and not make any sudden movements to make that happen.
Not for sure. This race, just talking about, we always race in this series, we follow the NASCAR in real life schedule. And they were obviously at Daytona the other night. Anderson's talking in the chat there about something. But they were at Daytona the other night, and I heard a lot after the race, Ricky, about, hey, this is one of the best Daytona races, and they weren't saving fuel and just kind of laying back, which is what we've seen in the last few years. You see Kevin Hunt down there. He's a lap truck just trying to get out of the way of the pack. But they were talking on NASCAR radio and other stations about, hey, this is a great race. But I say nothing's changed about that car, the next gen car. What happened was they had a huge, massive pileup, which kind of threw the fuel strategy out the window, and that's why you saw racing to get to the end there, because they were already at that point anyway.
Yeah, I used to want there to be 30 cars in the pack coming to the finish line when I was a kid, but now as an adult watching those races from when I was a kid, when there was maybe only 3 or 4, how they had to maneuver through the field and handling played into effect, and I would actually rather see that again now, where it's not such just like a Russian roulette game that we see now, and it's just whoever misses the wreck and whoever has the momentum at the end of the race.
Yeah, for sure. So now we have the opportunity. Yeah, I just want to talk about that a little bit and kind of voice my frustrations with it, and how a lot of the NASCAR media, in my estimation, is a little bit of an apologist for the league, the series, and that car in particular. And I know we want it to be good, but wishing it to be good and having it be good are two different things. And they still have work to do on this to figure it out.
Now, Josh Bittner just keyed up on the radio, and I think he said he was going to the back. I don't know if he's got some kind of a problem or if he's just not liking what he sees, but he did pull out a line, and he is headed toward the back.
See him right here riding behind the 14 truck. Looks like he dropped back a little bit. Let's drop back a little bit more here. Let's see, not this far back, about what happened to McAdam and Everidge, but Tom Barish seems to be bringing up the train here of the lead pack. So we're going to go through the field from here. Tom is up 12 positions from where he started this race, and he's racing out of Gulf Coast, Mississippi, having a good run so far. Just in front of him, you got Deion Jones in 17th, up 6 positions from where he started the evening, out of Diamonddale, Michigan. Got Roney, and we actually have a cam on Scott tonight. Let's make sure we get this in here. I always like to see how the guys in the setups that they're driving. You see, he's got a nice kind of calming blue effect going on in the background. It's like he either has an ultra wide or maybe 3 screens there. But looking super focused there, racing out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
And he looks awful. He looks awfully relaxed. You know, look like you're about to fall asleep.
Yeah, but it's hard to say. You know, a lot may be going on between the ears, so we just don't see the smoke happening. Now we're taking a look at. Looks like I did have a camera for Andrew Cawthon, but now I don't have a camera for Andrew Cawthon. This does not look good. We have a problem. Okay, we'll switch back here. But Andrew is up 3 spots, running the 14th position. And then you have Josh Peter. You see 82's in here. He's a lap truck. We talked about him. He got sucked up by the pack, which is good, so that way he doesn't go more laps down. But then going forward here, we have Andy Player rather. Andy's also racing with us with a camera tonight. Always good to see that. We got a little different perspective. He's usually kind of low and looking up, and now he's now it looks like from the top of his monitor. I think Andy has an ultra wide or maybe 3 screens. I think it was 3 screens, so he's super immersed as well. Looking good so far. Unfortunately, down 8 spots, but you know, Super Speedway, that's all strategy back and forth. I mean, we saw, what was it, on Saturday night, the winner came from 13th in the last 2 laps, so that can happen. Let's see, let's go on board with Dustin Eaton. He's up 16 spots from where he started. He did start with a penalty this evening. He's riding just behind John Schoenbacher, who was up front at the beginning of this race. Out of Louisville, Kentucky, he's down 8 spots overall so far tonight. Chris Gomes, now this is the one I actually want to see. Chris is the only driver that we have in the league who actually races with VR. Don't know how he does it. Those things give me a headache. And it looks kind of funny to see when somebody's racing in VR, but he is totally immersed. He can look all around. I have put some of these on before, folks, and you can even look around the cab of your truck, look down at your shifter. You can look backwards in the cockpit. It's actually pretty cool. I just don't, I don't prefer it to be able to race on. Maybe I'm just too old for it or something. But yeah, he's looking good there, running up 3 spots in the 9th position. And you got Tim Pope. He started the back. He's out of Roseboro, North Carolina. Lori's like tight racing up front. We're getting up there. He's up 17 spots. Then you got Jason Gaines out of Asheboro. He is down 4 spots overall so far in that 83 truck. Dustin Wade out of Cincinnati, down 2 spots so far. And here's Jack Dixon. He started the back. He was leading just a few minutes ago out of Mitchell, Ontario, Canada. And here's Dylan Bryant, still North Carolina. You can see that America's driver Albert Anderson not willing to follow Kelly Kill right there. The 2 of them, now Kelly has made his way up to the front, which we expected to happen at some point. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him link up with 99 or even the 51 or the 81. Those guys race a lot together. And he's a tremendous pusher, one of the best that we had, if not the best in the league. And that's through the field. We got anything in the chat? See a lot going on, folks. Talk to us. We'll talk back, we promise. Still got you there, Ricky. You're talking.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out this pit strategy coming up. I was looking. A lot of these leaders are lap 18 on their cycle, and since we've had no caution laps, you know, they're probably coming up on pit stops in 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah, around lap 59, about 3 or more, probably at least 3. They went in. They were last on pit lane 37, a little bit longer, somewhere on 38, 39. I see that at 40. That's all about Kevin Hunt. Your leader's on 37 or 38. But a couple of quick cautions at the beginning of this race and been super clean since then.
I'll tell you one thing right now. If you just watch, if this thing stays green and George Rincon can stay in the pack, I think he can make it on one more stop. And everybody else is going to have to stop twice.
Right now, George is running that 15th spot in that 28 machine. It's like he's changed up his paint scheme a little more silver in that one. I like that. He's out of Cumming, Georgia. He was on lap 39. Yeah, you're right. He is with these leaders, but he was the longest on that last stint. You feel like one more stop for him. If he gets the minimum, you're looking at him coming in, lap 61. And that takes him to 83. That would be 2 laps short, but he might be able to save those over the course of the rest of this stint plus the last one.
Yeah, I think it can. I think it's maybe 22 going into 23, and if you do that, and he can stay with the pack, and stay in a draft of some kind, I think he's got an outside shot to make it. But I really think he's probably the only one.
Wouldn't be the first time he's pulled some really long strategy like that, maybe it'll pay off.
No, that's a strategy I always liked, is to try to run it as long as I could, and you know, if you run it past and then you catch a caution, it's good for you, or even if you don't catch a caution, sometimes it might still be good for you. So I really like that strategy from George. Oh, somebody in the wall, Kevin Hunt. Oh, he's trying to stay out of the way, and he ate the wall.
Yeah, he's really trying to stay out of the way.
Yeah, he was trying to get into the grandstands.
Like he's going to be okay now. He just didn't want to be cause of any kind of issues for those guys, which is great on Kevin. Unfortunately, he's having a pretty rough evening right now, but he's still out there trying to earn points, trying to make sure he finishes as high as he can in the regular season standings. Part of that orangutan bunch, orangutan team. Well, it looks like that top lane is starting to get thin again, Ricky, as they start to posture, I think, for their next round of pit stops.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, they're showing 22, so it's 22 going into 23, and I just heard Albert Anderson call out a pit. So yeah, him, like Jason Gaines, Bittner, they should all be pitting.
There we go, right here. 51.99. Looks like Jack Dixon, John Schoenbacher, those 4 trucks right there, along with the 01 of Kelly Kill. All got on there nice and safe. That'll be a good group of trucks to come out. About 4 or 5 trucks is about the ideal size to be able to link up together and be really fast.
You know, I take that back. If they're these guys are on 22 going into 23, that'll be lap 62.
Yeah, 25 to go here.
They'd be running out on the last lap. So Rincon is still in the best shape.
And Rincon here, they're coming around. Don't even think he's going to go in right here. Staying out with the 7. He's going to go in? Nope.
Oh, most of them stay out. Bittner has to pit. Schoenbacher has to pit. Oh, somebody spun out in the grass. That's McAdam. No caution. All right, so now these guys, if they make it to the line 63.
Oh, here's McAdam right here.
I think they can make it.
He got hit.
Yeah. Oh.
He got hit by the 085. He's going to be okay. Just going to lose a lot of time there. Get these guys hit pit lane here. Coming around out of 3 and 4. Jonathan Osborne's leading the way here. Dustin Wade in second. Chris Goins.
Oh, Osborne spins out onto pit road.
Yep, saw that. We're on board right now with Dustin Wade as he's making his way to his pit box here. How fast he gets on and off here. Chris Goins is taking the lead. We'll get up and take a look at him momentarily. That's a nice pit stop. Gets on and off pretty quick.
But these guys pitting right now, they all definitely can make it. So Goins, Rincon, Tim Pope, I think they're all in good shape. The guys that just pitted this last lap may make it too, but these guys, Barish, they're all in good shape to make it to the end.
Yeah, these top 4. You're riding on board with Tim. Here's Barish right here. George Rincon's up here in second, just behind Chris Goins. But we should see these guys really be in good shot. There's only 22 to go. That's right on the money. They don't have any extra fuel should we go to overtime. The league only has 1 opportunity at an overtime, though. But that you're looking at an extra 4 laps you're going to need. just for the pacing portion of it. So they're going to be right on the money. So they're gambling right now on no cautions. And Rincon's way out there by himself.
I think Dixon, Gaines, Albert Anderson. I don't feel like they can make it. I think they're going to need a caution.
You see George is way out here by himself. Don't know what happened with those other guys on pit lane. He's going to have a freight train coming at him from behind. You see he's in first right here.
I'd rather be out in front than in the back.
Yeah, for sure. He should be able to at least get into the draft here. And if he has enough fuel to make it, maybe that's what he's hoping for too, to have a little extra fuel. You see Jack Dixon leading that pack. He's in second, about to take over first with Jason Gaines just behind him in the 99-01. Those are super fast trucks, but to your point, do they have to pit again for fuel? And the one person you don't want to be is Jack Dixon out there breaking the wind.
No, and Dixon and Gaines and Albert Anderson, I think those are the longest, they've been out there the longest. Kelly Kill, I think those guys are in trouble if there is not a caution.
Yeah, they were last on pit lane at lap 60. They are the oldest right now. And you got one at 61, which is John Schoenbachler. 63, George Rincon, you mentioned him previously. It's Chris Gomes, 63, right there with him. 62 for Dustin Eaton. So you're looking, George and Chris are both right here in 7th and 8th position. Dave and Fuel, most likely right there in the pack because you don't have to run full throttle. They might be in really good shape as we come across with 20 to go, heading down into turn 1.
Well, those guys, it's kind of interesting because you've got Anderson, Gaines, Dixon. They all, Dylan Bryant, they pitted on the same lap, and I think they all know they can't make it, so it doesn't matter if they're pushing the pack or leading the pack. There's no amount of saving they can do that's going to make them make it. So they might as well just try to stay up front and not get in a wreck.
You see Dylan Bryant dropping down there to the low line in front of Jack Dixon, giving the outside line to John Schoenbachler, the closer. And they are coming up on a lap truck, as we can see right there. I think that's the 123 machine of John Gallagher. Let's see if he's going to stay high or low for him. Actually, just gets down in that Bucky's machine, gets down onto the apron. So that was a good call for him. We've got a few laps to go here. We haven't done it yet, folks. We're going to do a quick break it up segment. So if you like that kind of thing, want to hear what's going on inside the cabs of those trucks, those virtual drivers, crank up your sound system or your television now. That's what it sounds like inside the cabs of those trucks for those virtual drivers. So it can get pretty loud depending on how they have their settings.
While we were in that crank it up segment, I'm hearing the drivers strategize among themselves over the team comms. The guys that know that they've got to pit again are trying to mess the guys that doesn't have to pit up. But I think the only way that's going to work is if there's a caution.
Oh, man, yeah, did you see that in the chat? Go ahead.
Yeah, Albert Anderson asked, did Albert get fuel on his last stop? And yeah, Mr. Anderson, he did. But the problem is he stopped 1 or 2 laps sooner than these other guys because he was going to run out of gas. He didn't have a choice because he pitted a little bit early that last stop. And I think he's going to be a lap short on gas. So I think him, Jason Gaines, Kelly Kill, and Dustin Wade all have to pit again, unfortunately. So if you're cheering for Albert or Wade or any of these guys out there, you need a caution. All of you need a caution. Everybody else is hoping it stays green.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, they're about to wreck. Oh, Gaines is wrecked. Yeah, they did wreck.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, no. And that's going to change everything. Now all that strategy we were just talking about, Mr. Anderson, is out the window.
Yep, now everybody will make it. So don't ignore that. What I said, just throw it out.
We'll go back and take a look here. So we're riding on board with Chris Gomes. He's already in the middle here. We'll have to see what happened. We're going to take a rear shot, make the far shot here. Let's see what Chris is behind the lap truck of the 82 machine there. Like he goes to the middle. Oh, and they just start getting together. I don't know what happened there, Ricky. I mean, other than what we saw. That is unfortunate.
I think the 82 maybe squeezed down just a little bit lower than maybe he didn't know they were 3 wide. But
maybe
I know
a Bubba
that
Wallace situation like we saw maybe. Let's take an overhead look.
Just kind of get squeezed.
So you got the 82. He's running behind 99 as well. 38 goes to the middle. Maybe 82 doesn't know that there's a third truck down there with a 12. And then you know once you touch too, it's like you get stuck together, and it just wants to pull you. It's like the Venturi effect in hydrodynamics. You just get the air rushing faster between the two trucks if it's modeled correctly in iRacing rather than and you end up pulling together because the air pressure between the two trucks compared to the outside is less.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this. I don't think Chris Gones did anything wrong, but maybe he's going to second guess himself putting it in the middle there because I think he was one of the people that were good on gas. He may have been better off riding, but that's hindsight 2020, and I'm in the booth, so not blaming him. Just with the caution coming out, though, that definitely ruined their strategies.
Yeah, for sure. But unfortunately, their loss is our gain. We're going to have an opportunity to talk to some drivers here. So we'll start with Kelly Killis, Alan, and Ricky in the booth. Buddy, you got me.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, you've been running great all night. So what's your plan here? Do you think you got a chance? Do you have any friends out there? Because I know you don't have a lot of teammates.
Yeah, I think they all bailed or something happened to them, right? Greg got taken out, but I had to go in here and top off. I don't want to run out on the last lap. Hopefully these guys don't save enough and they all run out, but I'll try to find somebody to work with. I see, I think Albert and his team, they're all working together, so maybe I can hook up with Pope or something, see if he'll work with me. I see him up there, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you got Osborne up there in front of you. You probably push him up there. You got Pope as well, so Anderson not too far in front of you. But just wanted to get a quick talk with you and see how it was going. It's like you're having a good night. Now, I hope I haven't put the broadcaster curse on you. I want you to have a good finish.
Yeah, I need some teammates in here for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. So I actually forgot to pull this up, but hey, how about give us a wave on your cam there? There you go. All right, man. Thanks for talking to us. You got anything for him while we're into caution, Ricky?
Yeah, Kelly, I just wanted to ask you, if that caution when it came out, you was going to be short. Is that right?
I was going to be short by half a lap. You bet, Ricky. Yep, half
Okay.
a lap. So this is, I went in here and topped off, and what I'm hoping is these other guys run out and I just pass them.
There you go.
Finish.
Well, hey, man, thanks for talking to us, and hopefully
Yep.
talk to you on the podium after this. Good luck.
All right, thanks guys. See ya.
Yeah, man. No one truck there. Let's see who else do we got we haven't talked to lately, or haven't talked to. Let's see if Scott Roney's still in here. We're still a little ways to go. See if we can talk to Scott. Mr. Roney. And I'm looking for him. There he is right there. Hey, Scott, Alan and Ricky in the booth. What do you got me?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're coming down to the end of this thing. Gonna be about 10 to go. What's your plan? Do you think you got a shot at it?
I think so. I'm always fast on the super speedways. This is about where we wanted to be, me and Osborne, so glad for the caution. I think so. I think the Fireball truck's going to be fast.
So you got, is your plan to work with the 81 truck here? You guys get to the front?
I think that's what the plan is now.
All right. Well, hey, good luck to you. Got anything for him, Ricky, before we go green?
No, buddy, just good luck. Remember, plans change every 2 or 3 seconds at the super speedway, so I have a backup and a backup.
Yeah, right? Thanks,
All right, man.
guys.
Thanks for talking to us. Good luck.
Anytime.
It's the 023 machine and Scott Roney as we're getting ready to go back green here. Dave Mayberry's out there. Let's go, Kelly. Do it for Dave. I guess. Did Dave ever make it in time? I don't know if he did.
Well, the super speedway killer wasn't here. That's very surprising.
We're making our way down that back stretch, or the super stretch they call it here, I think. Getting ready to get back underway. Dustin Wade is going to be trolling the restart of this race in that 68 machine.
You know, if Kelly was half a lap short, Alan, I think that means Wade and those other guys, Albert was probably a half a lap short, but maybe they figure with this caution, they'll have enough to make it to the end. But I bet you if there's a green, white checkered, they won't have enough for that. So we got to watch that too.
Yeah, they certainly didn't go in as we're riding on board with the 68 machine right there now. And yes, it's going to be interesting. You see the pace truck pull off. And the control going into the zone is with 68 machine of Wade.
Green flag, green flag.
And we are back to green flag racing here with Andy Player right there on that outside. Hanging pretty tough. Got a better start than we've seen on other restarts. Rincon just behind him in that 4th position. We know he is good on fuel. Just depends on who gets organized first. You got the 7 truck and the 99. Some of the best drivers in the service are going to be 3rd in line. You know they're not going to be content to sit there. Right now, the 99 is trapped on that bottom line, though. And I don't know if 7's going to get there and push or not. Looks like he's going to go and get tucked in here. 10 to go, folks. 10 to go right now. Who's it going to be? Who's your horse, Ricky?
I'm going to go with the underdog, Dustin Wade. He's sneaky good on these super speedways. He'll somehow manage to hang on to it.
Mike Adams out in their chat saying, hey, let's go, Albert and Team Phoenix. He's pulling for Albert and or one of his teammates to pull this off. I say that 99's trapped. We've said that before, Ricky, and then he will find a way to slide up there into that lead and snatch away victory from someone.
I will tell you one thing. We need to get that camera ready if Scott Roney gets up there. I've never heard anybody that excited to finish second when he got that podium last season. If he wins, he's going to come out of that chair.
Yeah, do you remember that? I think that was at Atlanta.
Yeah. And it was a runner-up. So if he wins, I want to see that reaction.
They're running hard and tight right now. You got Dustin Wade still holding on to the lead. Dustin, the Dustin and Dustin show up front there with Eaton pushing him in that 14 machine. That 99 just behind Eaton. That's going to be a powerhouse combo. If that outside line can't get organized as a second.
Roney.
Yep, he gets into the wall a little bit there.
Oh, no, that wasn't Roney. That was Rincon.
Rincon.
Oh, no, George, hang on to it.
He's going to be okay now. Still watching the front here, folks. 99 pushing that 68-13. Andy Player on the outside pushing the 14 truck. Now here at Daytona, I want to be on the bottom line. Unlike Talladega, I want to be in the middle to kind of come to the start finish. How about you, Ricky?
Yeah, at Daytona, I think I want to be on the bottom too. And Wade better be really careful. He almost left the lane open for Albert to put him 3 wide, and I wouldn't give Albert an inch because you know that he's going to shoot a hole if he sees one. Albert, one of the best plate racers I've ever raced against.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, he's looking again as that high line is staying off of him. If Albert thinks he's got a lane, I think he's concerned right now being put in the sucker hole, though. If he goes up there and no one goes with him, then he will fall straight to the back.
Yeah, I think Albert needs to work with Wade here because you've got 2 Tang drivers on the top groove. Tim Pope kind of on an island himself. Bittner's a few rows back. Oh, wait. He drops down.
Looks like the Tang bunch is probably trying to play the odds here. Hey, if we control both lanes, then maybe we'll try and guarantee that the Tang driver is going to win the thing. And I think Dustin Wade's Tang as well, isn't he?
No, he's not.
Who's he with?
I think he's kind of an independent this year.
Okay. As we see them, I thought he used to be with them, so he might still work with them. You see, that would be terrible for the 2 Tang drivers to take each other out.
Ooh. The pushes just get harder and harder.
68 is probably going to try to take that outside line. I would.
He's going to get stuck in the sucker hole.
No, 7 goes with him.
Pope goes with him. Oh, boy.
Now the 13 is going to be falling towards the rear, and that outside line just got dropped like a bad habit.
And he didn't do anything wrong. That was just the way that worked out. It's a really bad situation for Blair.
He's now 5th in line on the outside there. Go ahead.
Now Dustin Eaton has no teammate. Wade's working with Pope. Neither one of them have a teammate with them, so they're working together. This is good stuff.
As you see, Wade dropped to the bottom line in front of the 14 machine, giving the outside of the 7. It's like Scott Roney is back up there too, following the 7. Is this going to be?
He's got Osborne with him.
He's got a pusher, and they're working together, folks. The 81 and the 023.
Pope almost got hooked.
Coming to 40 go as we touch the line here. You see the 81 is just kind of really just wiggling there. Don't know if he's got the old tires are starting to affect him or what's happening. Just scares you. And likely we're going to see 3 wide before this is over.
Oh boy. Gosh. Come on, guys. Hang on to it. Don't wreck.
They got it. Oh, you see Closer getting down there in front of the 01 machine. Wheezing it in there. Make that hole. Coming to 3 to go here at the line. Dustin Wade, the Dustin and Dustin show still up front. The 68 of Wade and the 14 of Eaton on that outside line. I don't know how this is going to go, Ricky, but I'm ready to see it.
Yeah, I really don't know who's going to win or what's going to happen. Albert, I would think he would try to go 3 wide, but I don't know if there's anywhere to go 3 wide with. So his best shot may be trying to push Wade clear of them and doing something with that. But this high side's got some momentum now, Eaton back to the bottom.
Yeah, and if that high side doesn't get going here, you're going to see probably 68 truck go to the high side, and they're coming up on lap traffic. There is going to be a new wrinkle for everyone.
That was a really, really strong move by Wade. That was perfect. Eaton cleared him, but he got right on him, pushed him, got clear, and got a bumper from Pope.
Like the 123 machine, the Buc-ee's machine is going to get down out of the way of everyone as they're coming around to turns 1 and 2. The low line gets momentum through the turns. It's a shorter way around. The question is getting the push at just the right time when they're going to come out of 3 and 4. We're at 2 to go right now, so this is not the money lap, folks, but we're coming to it right here in just about a half a lap.
Oh, and by the way, does Wade have enough gas? He's been out front a lot.
Yep, absolutely, and that's the key. He's been flat-footed this whole time.
Oh, Pope got a little too high.
See if they're able to recover here. They give an inch to that 99 machine. He is going to, he's going to go out there for sure. Here they come to the line.
We'll finish under green.
Yep, next flag will end it. You're going to see the 99 get up here. I told
Albert's
you. Here it
jumping
comes.
out.
putting himself in position. America's driving 99 machine to the outside
Rick
lead.
behind him. Rick behind him. Down to 8 cars.
We'll come back to it. 68's trying to push the 99 to 7. Is that a control?
Oh!
It's going to come down to these drivers here we're watching now. We're going to stay with the lead pack here, folks. 99's going to pull this off, maybe.
Oh, Wade is going everywhere. Albert's blocking every lane. He's made his truck 12 truck lengths wide.
Here we go, folks, to the line.
Wade's got
Who's
the
it going to
push.
be? Dustin Wade is going to pull off the win. Great job. Dustin Wade, the 68 machine. He brings it home in first place, as now we see him wrecking. Probably celebratory or just not, or somebody just getting into him there. He's just sitting there.
That may have been the best super speedway race I've ever seen in the VRL at the end, because they were making some insane moves and hanging on to it.
You see him there, pump fist in the air in real life on his driver cam. Wade, if you're listening to us out there, buddy, give us a devil horns. Yeah, did a great job. That was incredible. We're gonna go back and watch that one more time before we get into the interviews while Lori gets them set up into the waiting room. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're gonna have an opportunity to talk to our top 3 finishers here. $27 folks out there, guys. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so while you have the chance, and we will take another look at this finish. As soon as I can get it pulled up for you. All right, so we got it pulled up now. We're going to take a quick look. Looking from behind here. The C68, like I was mentioning, he's trying. Oh, he even has it. It's a hit there. Able to keep it straight. 14 and 81 come up there. 68 keeps his momentum. He just kept his foot in it, Ricky. He's trying to find a way, and of course, Mr. Anderson's got that truck 3 and 4 trucks wide. He nearly pulled it off, the 99 machine did, if he had gotten a push at the right time. But 81's able to get back to and give a little bit of drafting help to the 68 and just pulls it across the line. Right there. Great job. Just barely edging out Mr. Anderson in the second. Good finish for, or great finish for Albert as well. Kelly Kill in third. We didn't jinx him tonight by speaking to him. Jonathan Osborne 4th, and Dustin Eaton brings it home 5th. That was a great finish there, Ricky.
Yeah, and I'm watching a couple of different angles. Osborne knocked the dog out of Wade going into turn 3 to give him a shot, and Wade held on to it. And I know that I'm guessing Osborne was trying to push him or, do whatever he could. And then Osborne accidentally, I think, pushes Albert Anderson right at the line. If Kelly Kill wouldn't have ducked out of line, Albert probably would have won if Kelly would have been pushing him, but Kelly shot the outside. I don't blame him. You're coming to the line, you're trying to win or get a podium. And Kelly almost had enough momentum to get up there. But yeah, Wade, that I gotta hand it to him. That was, as I said, he's sneaky good at the play tracks, and that proves it right there. He can make some moves that most guys can't do. And credit to Albert Anderson too, though. He could have came down and doored him, blocked him, caused a wreck coming to the line. But when Wade got inside of him, he raced that like a gentleman. So congrats to Albert for not dooring Dustin, tried to come to the line and making it messy.
Yeah, so before we, I'm going to take a look at these two. Josh Bittner and Andy Player had crashes. We promised we were going to go back and take a look at. But in the chat, you have yes, indeed, William saying, hey, great race. Lori said going to be a crazy finish, and it was. But Albert Anderson Sr. saying, heck of a finish. Congrats, Wade. Heck of a comeback, son, to his son, Albert Anderson Jr. Dave Mayberry saying, hey, good job, Wade. Rhett Arnell, great race and broadcast. Thank you. Dave Mayberry saying, way to go, Kelly Hill, P3. And it certainly was. Now we're on board. This is the last lap. We had just taken the white. Josh Bittner's incident here showed him as crashing. This first time I'm seeing it as well. Oh, I don't
That's
know what
net code.
happens.
That's huge net code.
That was massive between the 4 and the 13. They weren't even anywhere near each other. And so I go forward a little bit on that. It's not going to work. So we'll just take another look here. Look at that. Out of nowhere. That sometimes happens, folks. This is computer-based simulation. And sometimes it just thinks that you're somewhere you're not, just because of all these different computers connected to one server. So, but that covers both Andy Player and Josh Bittner's incident. They were both listed here as crashes, but you saw it just as we did. Giant net code there. Take those drivers out and many more behind them, unfortunately, not having a chance. And then we had, looks like Tom Barish went off track. This was up towards the front that we saw this. Doesn't hit anything, hangs on to it, and comes back for a 13th place finish. Dion Jones, part of that same incident. Looks like the first incident rather. Tim Pope, we saw him go off track right here. Looks like he was up high, trying to maybe go outside a little bit. That didn't work out for him. Almost had a blowover. Spins it around, doesn't look too bad. He ended up coming back 15th for the night. And I think that was the last incident there. Everybody just came back on the pit lane. So with that, folks, hang on. We're going to get your third place finisher up here in the booth and have a quick discussion with them. Don't go anywhere.
Yep.
All right, folks, we are back, and we're about to pull Mr. Kelly Kill, your third place finisher, up into the booth now. Have a quick chat with him. Hey, Kelly, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got us.
Hey, I got you guys.
So I guess we did not jinx you. You brought it home third tonight, man. I was so glad to see that, because I just knew if you end up getting wrecked, I wouldn't have heard the end of that. So from your seat, how did it go?
On that last 2 laps, we come out and I was stuck down there at bottom, and I'm just like, I figured I was stuck. There was no way for me to get up high. I was trying to see if anything was opening, and I'm not for sure what happened there on that last. I just saw some openings, and I went up there and just took it and ended up got around Jonathan, and then I saw Albert up there. I thought for sure I was going to get second, but he beat me to the line first. But I'm glad that it wasn't a wreck fest there at the end, so I'm happy with the third place finish, especially with no teammates. I don't know if Dave's listening, but I want to say thank you to Dave. I see his little message there, so thanks, Dave, and hope he's feeling better.
Yeah, it's important. For Dave Mayberry, we had a little bit of not feeling well, a little bit under the weather, so we all wish you the best, Dave, and look forward to seeing you back on the track. But over to you, Ricky, for our third place finisher.
Yeah, Kelly, I watched your last lap back a few times trying to figure out how you did it, and you're on the back stretch, and I'm watching from your in-car. Did you see the sparks and when you decided to move to the outside, or did it just work out? Because it looks like you made that move without really being able to see them wrecking in front of you, and then it just opened up.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the wreck at all. I just saw that I was able to get up on that high side, and I saw the hole, and I just took it. I didn't even know there was a wreck. I was so focused though, just trying to not hit that wall, because I was like, I'm gonna get up there and just try to take a spot, and then it just kind of like opened up, and I just went for it. I was like, oh, there's an opening there on the third lane. I'm just gonna go see what I can get here.
Yeah, and then coming to the line, did you think Albert Anderson and Dustin Wade was going to be door banging and it'd give you a shot to shoot by both of them on the outside?
That's kind of what I was hoping for. I was like, but I didn't think so. I was hoping for that, but Albert races pretty clean. So does Dustin, and congratulations to him for his first win in the league. So he's ecstatic. So happy for him.
Well, hey, man, you did a fantastic job tonight. Like I said, I'm glad to see you come home on the podium finish. Before we let you go, and thanks again for letting us talk to you in the middle of the race, but before we let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
No, it's thanks to you and Lori and Ricky for you guys with the broadcast on YouTube. That's it's fun to go back and rewatch what you guys do, and teammates. Sucks for Greg. I think he got wrecked out pretty early, but he stayed in there for a while and spotted for me for a little bit, and then he left. And hopefully Dave feels better. And then I want to thank my girlfriend Jillian for putting up with me in this. And so, yeah, it's and then just the league in general, all the guys that we race with. It's fun to race with a bunch of group of guys. It's nice. What, going on 5 years?
5 years. 5 years now, man. Yep. Long time. Yeah. But hey, man, great job tonight. And we look forward to seeing you next week at Darlington. I know that's your favorite track.
Oh, yeah, right. I can't wait for that. Let's do it.
See you then. Thanks, buddy.
See you.
That was your third place finisher, Mr. Kelly Kill. We're going to move on up the leaderboard here to America's driver, Albert Anderson. Hey, Albert, it's Alan and Ricky and the booth, buddy. You got us.
Hey, boys, what's happening?
Well, man, thought you pulled out a rabbit out of the hat again. Thought you had that one there, and it kind of fell apart on you. So how was it from your seat?
You know what, man? That was I haven't had that much fun in a long time. I mean, that was just fun, and I'm over the top happy for Dustin Wade. It's his first VRL win. He's a good guy. He's a clean driver. If I got to finish second to somebody tonight, I'm glad it was him. I'm super, super excited for him. Hello?
It was a great run, man. Go ahead, Ricky. What do you have for him, the 99 machine?
Yeah, Albert, it looked like he was going to pull some of that 99 magic again tonight. But those last few laps, I watched it back while we were loading everything in, and it was crazy that the guys would get the push and they'd get to the lead, and then the guy that was on the inside line would immediately just shoot to the outside, and it didn't look like there was any teammate thing going on. It was just 80 bar the door. What did you feel like in the truck there?
So, I was paying close attention to what everybody was doing and how the bottom line, how I was clearing. I think it was Cawthon on my outside, and just trying to judge when to make that move to that outside line, because that's the move you want to make. If you can come down the backstretch and clear that second lane up high and get that big run off of 4, it's going to put you in a good position. So I was able to clear, I believe it was Cawthon, I was able to clear him coming down the backstretch. That put me up next to Wade, and I got a big push and dropped down in front of Wade, and then the wreck happened and cleared out behind us. So at that point, I'm mirror driving, right? Coming out of 4, coming down through the triover. I'm not even looking at the track in front of me. I'm looking at Wade in the mirror. And I was trying to block him to stay up in front of him, but you're only going to get away with a block twice, right? You try that third block, you're going to get turned. So he was able to put a fender up under me right there at the end, and it was a drag race down to the line. Kelly came up behind me and gave me a nice push there to get me next to him for second place. But just an amazing racing tonight, and like I said, Wade is a great guy, and I'm super happy he won.
Well, hey, man, as always, we see you at the front. You have a knack for these speedway tracks, super speedway tracks. Before we let you go, Do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Well, big shout out to Dustin Wade. Congratulations on your first win, buddy. I'm happy you got it. He's a fast driver, and he's been pounding the asphalt for a long time trying to get that first win. So I'm glad he was able to get it tonight, and I'm glad I was able to be next to him when he got it. Big shout out to my family, my Aunt Edith, my Aunt Kathy, my dad, my mom, everybody that shows up to tune in, all of my family and everybody in the YouTube chat that supports their drivers and supports the league. Thank you very much. To my team, Jack Dixon, Dylan Bryant, Jason Gaines, Jeremiah Burke. Jeremiah couldn't make it tonight, but the guys that were here, thank you so much. All-Star Racing is just stacked full of talent, and we're competitive week in and week out. So thank you guys. Love you guys. And a big shout out to you, VRN, Jess, Ricky. You guys do a phenomenal job every week, and I'm definitely looking forward to going back and watching that crazy finish because that was awesome.
Yeah, Ricky made a comment. He thought it was one of the best finishes, most exciting we've ever had in VRL. So definitely worth the watch. We appreciate the kind words and look forward to seeing you at Darlington next week.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. And yeah, I have to agree with Ricky on that. That was incredibly exciting at the end. That was a nail grinder. But great race tonight, guys, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. See you next week. Good night. That was your second place finisher. As we move up to this evening's champion, Mr. Dustin Wade. I'm going to see if I can actually get him on the camera here. Oh, we actually kept everything like we were supposed to there. Perfect. We'll pull him into the booth here. Hey, Dustin, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yeah, I got you guys. How you doing?
Doing well. We got you on camera, man, by the way. Great job, man. This is your first win ever in the VRL. Is that correct?
That is correct. So I've won a Monday night race, but anybody in the league will tell you that doesn't cut. That doesn't matter.
Well, hey, man, incredible. You were running strong all evening here. You've always been strong at these tracks. Ricky made a comment. He's like Nostradamus sitting there. He's, hey, man, watch out for that 68 machine. He's sneaky good at these tracks. And you just came right through there, and you were holding the lead at the end of this race. Incredible job on your part. I'm super excited for you. And I'm going to pass the baton over to Ricky for the next set of questions. Go ahead, Ricky.
Yeah, Dustin, it's good to see you. First time winner tonight. Made me look really smart. I know I'm not all that smart, but I did call it. So you backed me up and won the race. So happy to see that. But the thing I need to ask you, I mean, I've watched the last few laps a couple of times there. What do you think won the race for you? Because you kept getting shuffled. You know, the tie line would pass, and then you'd get to be the second car in line, but you somehow would always figure out a way to get back up there.
Yeah, so I just honestly I was just being patient, and then I knew if I could stay in the bottom line for as long as I possibly could, at least the guy out in front, if I can get him out just enough in front of the guy on the outside line, I'd be able to sneak up in front of that guy at any point in time. So that was really my strategy, was to try to stay second in line if I was not leading the line, because I'd be able to push him out as far as I wanted, and then get up and potentially go around him and steal a spot, which I did a couple different times on Eaton there.
Yeah, was there any time coming down at the finish there, like from the back stretch to the finish line, where you thought that you had it, or was it just like you didn't know until it was over?
To be honest with you, I don't know really what happened there. Pope was following me. I don't know if he was trying to dodge up and take her 3 wide, or if he was trying to stay behind me and I was moving around too much or whatever, but I know we ended up getting a little contact together. I bounced off the wall and I thought, oh man, there it goes. Luckily Osborne was right there behind me, gave me a good old shove, kept my momentum going, and we was able to track down on Albert there, and I knew Albert was going to be super, super tough to try to get around. I don't know what he really did there coming out of 4, but he kind of went a little high, and Osborne had already told me in the chat, he was staying with me. So as soon as I seen Albert do that, I just went low, and I was like, here we go. It's going to be a drag race.
Hey, Dustin, great job, man. I just want to point something out to you in the chat. Amanda Wade, she told us earlier she called you and didn't realize that you were racing and hoped she hadn't messed up your evening. You were running at the front at that time too. But now she says, I just got home, found out he won. And then she says, guess my call didn't mess him up too bad after all. So you got your supporters out there, not the least of which Amanda Wade pulling for you, and you brought it home tonight in P1. Before we let you go, man, excuse me, any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Definitely shout out to my wife for always tuning in and watching the broadcast, chatting with you guys, and allowing me to do this on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do half of what I do. Thanks to you guys for always putting the wonderful broadcast on. Ricky for making this bad, fast, red Chevrolet tonight. Always, I like to thank the good Lord above, because without him, nothing would be possible. So, thank you guys.
Well, hey, buddy, we'll look forward to seeing you in Darlington. Maybe you can bring a home P1 again. Great job tonight. Congratulations. Well earned. And we'll see you next time, buddy.
Yeah. Darlington, I'll be lucky if I finish that race. I tried it a little bit this week, and man, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it, but heck, we'll see how it goes next week.
The lady in black has humbled a many of a driver,
yeah,
for sure.
Tell you what, that's a tricky track.
Yeah, no doubt, buddy. But enjoy this, savor the moment. And I'm sure there'll be more to come. Congratulations and good night.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
And that was your champion tonight, Mr. Dustin Wade. Ricky, it was a great finish, man. What did you think about the race overall?
It's kind of weird. It was not anything like I expected. I didn't figure that they would have the wrecks at the beginning of the race that they did, but that kind of set the tone for the rest of the race. I thought that we would be careful early, and then it would kind of, go into the typical Daytona where you'd have 2 or 3 wrecks toward the end. But they had a couple of wrecks up front, and then it went green for a long time, and then we did have that caution, but then they ran green to the end, so it was nothing that I expected, but I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I'm looking forward to Darlington next week. And as we sign off, I just want to thank you again for everything you do for us, Ricky, and being with me in the booth makes it a lot of fun for me. And for everybody out there, this wraps up round 8 for the Vigilante Premiere Series. So until Darlington, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.